about how they can prove us wrong again this time.
Yep, let's see if they will be able to take out NEXPLAY Esports. So we're gonna jump into the pick and ban phase. Of course, first ban from NXP is gonna be Wukong. Let's see how Team Secret will answer to that. I think that's gonna be an Akali, maybe a Camille ban. Looks like they're opting for an Akali. NEXPLAY could ban out Ziggs, or if they want to lessen the ADC or the Baron lane pool, they could do that too. Oh, it's gonna be a ban on, of course, Draven. We have been seeing Draven plays lately, and honestly, they're all really good.
Yeah, I mean, this week I actually love the variety of bans right now. You know, who would expect a Wukong ban, a Draven ban once again, but surprisingly again, still Galio is still being respected. If not in the mid, then sure, in the support role. Again, the CCs are contributing a lot in delivering well-executed kind of play, and at the same time, you gotta be worrying about the taunt that Galio could give. But for the meantime, Kai'Sa will be one of the priority of NEXPLAY Esports for this game. What do you say about the Kai'Sa first pick for next?
Honestly, it's worth it solely because Kai'Sa is queen of the late game, and maybe they're gonna pair that off with a Braum since Braum is open and Team Secret did not take Braum. However, they were able to secure Camille and an Orianna. Orianna has a very high win rate nowadays. Of course, command protect, command attack always have amazing shockwaves, and she has so much damage that can burst almost anyone and can actually set up a fight, which these two teams, they're all about that 5v5s.
Oh, for sure. Well, loving here the disengage and engage capability of NEXPLAY Esports as well. I do believe that they have picked off the Gragas to actually cancel out what set the Trevor Orianna, no, not the Trevor Orianna, but the Orianna that Katsuri potentially might be using later on in the middle lane. So that is a good counter pick up against the Orianna. But of course, there's still more to come in here for sure. That's a good reaction coming from NEXPLAY Esports. But look at this one, an Olaf as well as a Seraphine that can actually set up team fights and just go all in once we've seen that Ragnarok come into play.
Here's the thing, the moment or the day after Team Secret was able to take or win against NEXPLAY, the following day, yes, Team Secret did choose Seraphine again, of course with the encore and still with the high notes, all that beat drop, but NEXPLAY answered an Olaf to them. So the fact that Team Secret already has an Olaf locked in now could mean that they're forcing NEXPLAY to just stay where they are and they can just freely use this Seraphine. Also, wow! Sona! Second time we'll be seeing Sona for the Icon series. First time we've seen Sona was yesterday, and Action PH actually picked her.
Yeah, Sona as well as the Seraphine coming into play. No real marksman ADC in the lane side of Team Secret. Looks like they want to show us something new again, this time for the second week. And that's what we love about the patch changes every after 2 weeks. Like, you know, the variety that allows not just the casual gamers in the ranked games, but also the competitive players that we have in the scene. But for the meantime, I think what we can say about the draft between these two teams is that there will be a 4-1 rotation that will come into play for NEXPLAY Esports, and Team Secret might just not be scared about finding that setups, because definitely they both have the sustain and of course the engage. But we'll see about that. But how about you, Yuko? What do you think about the draft of these two teams?
Honestly, I'm surprised about the Seraphine Sona bot combo. I mean, it works and it's all about that CC, it's all about that burst. However, if you're gonna be up against a Kai'Sa and a Braum, that can diminish the life of you or your champion. And Sona as well as Seraphine is very, very squishy. So I suggest, yes, they can be aggressive during the early game, but they need to tone this down because needs, I remind you, just she is on that Lee Sin. So he will be going literally everywhere just so he can restore the kills.
Yeah, most especially, again, you mentioned it already, these are squishy targets on the side of Team Secret. If that Fiora or that Lee Sin is able to displace these members, actually not only them, but also the Gragas can definitely displace either of these targets, you gotta be very careful. You have to avoid getting wiped out in team fights. So I'm pretty sure that NEXTPLAY Esports, despite having this 4-1 type of composition, they are looking really, we might be seeing them looking really confident because again, that Kaisa as well as the Braum combination might be looking scary, if especially if that concussive blows might be connecting onto the proper targets.
Also, you talked about the lineup of next play. This is a kind of lineup that, of course, banks on damage, but it also banks on confidence. How aggressive will you be in the early game? Will you be able to get your objectives? Will you be able to get kills? And that's one of the reasons as to why Team Secret, they really need to stop the strong early game of next play. We talked about this time and time again. Next play, they're very strong during the early game. Mid to late game, of course, they're still strong. But one of the things that their opponents could do is just stop them from snowballing. Easier said than done, yes, but that's actually how you take them down.
Yeah, for sure. I think what the good advantage that NEXTPLAY Esports has in here is that their early pressure, the early pressure that they can put on the laners on the side of Team Secret. Again, they got much potential because they got the natural DPS source coming up from the Kaisa in the lane. But for the side of Team Secret, the DPS source that they have in here will be the Olaf, who might be still looking for the power spike that he needs from the jungle. So we'll see about that. It's just basically about Team Secret having to avoid that early pressure that the Listen might put up against the laners, and NEXTPLAY Esports just finding that perfect spot to shut down the laners on the side of Team Secret. So it's gonna be still a battle of execution. I believe they have their both pros and cons. But we'll see just about that. But how about you? Do you have any other insights about the comps of these two teams?
Honestly, I just like the fact that Team Secret, they showed us a Team Secret that defeated NEXTPLAY in the previous week. It's something that I'm gonna highlight the Orianna, Seraphine, and Sona. Especially, I'm not sure if it's gonna be the ADC here. I mean, I've heard jokes about ADC Sona and ADC Seraphine, mostly ADC Seraphine, unless they want to. Just kidding. I'm not expecting an ADC Sona, but yeah, ADC Seraphine can dish out so much damage. Sona can be the front line, or they actually picked up Olaf. Initially, I thought it was to just get the counter from Seraphine, but now I believe they picked that up because they need someone to protect Seraphine. And Olaf, if you give him CC, he's just, no, I'm fine with it. What are you gonna do?
Mhm.
And of course, with that Ragnarok, he said this earlier, as well as the axe, he can just chase anyone down. However, I kind of want to highlight the mobility and how slippery NEXTPLAY is. So that's also a factor that we can take into consideration. But overall, if you said you like the composition of NEXTPLAY, I'm gonna have to go with Team Secret solely because it's something new. You know, let's go with surprises here.
Yeah, for sure, especially if they manage to go for that play safe in early, not giving that Listen the chance to even pick off a target from Team Secret, then that's gonna be it for just Team Secret, just allowing them to find their power spike. Sure, why not? It is a 1-1 for the casters in terms of the votes for the draft. I love it. We always try to find where is the positive on the draft from this particular scenario. So I love it. As you can see on the screen as of the moment are the picks or the champions in all the roles that we've had. So on the top side or in the Baron side, we can see a Ryze in the Fiora as well as Azar in the Camille. Naturally though, of course, in a 1v1 situation, Fiora will definitely have an advantage, especially if she is able to utilize the passive that she has. Just finding all the weak points and not allowing Camille to find her play and maybe just bait out that Camille's ultimate.
Actually, yeah, that is one of the factors. You can just try to force your opponents to use one of the most important skills, which is, of course, the ultimate, and then just utilize the stuff from there. But here we are, game number 1, series number 3. Guys, I know you are just as excited as we are. Do not forget to share the live stream on your social medias. And of course, if you love what you see, do not forget to follow the Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe. But here, coming in from the early game, why am I not surprised? Alright, and are just being very aggressive, and need I tell you, they picked up very strong Baron laners.
Yeah, and you're definitely not gonna be surprised. Just like how we mentioned, the natural advantage is gonna be going to the Fiora, so it's natural for Camille to just play a little bit defensive and find a moment in time wherein the Olaf will be able to assist him in the lane. As you can see, Azar just making use of the honey fruit earlier on because of the pokes that the Ryzen has been putting into play.
What? Okay, looks like there's a bit of an aggression coming in from Team Secret. The Sona and Sona 2.0 just being there at the mid lane, but looks like Tatsuri. Three members from NXP gave him a visit, but Tatsuri was just able to keep himself from harm's way. It's going to be a 1-3-1 for Team Secret. And next, I think they're going to try to mirror this or maybe try to go up against it. But NXP, they know what to target, which is the Rift Scuttler. However, Team Secret felt that they are there and said, "What are you doing? Please get away." But next play came out there with smiles on their faces. Looks like that's going to be the first engage coming in from NEXTPLAY ESPORTS. They jumped in. But of course, Chule received a lot of damage. Will he die? Apparently, that is going to be a yes. Team Secret securing that first blood. And it went over to Seraphine. So that is going to mean a lot on Chewy.
You gotta respect Trevor on the Olaf as well. I think they took a massive amount of damage coming from the Olaf too. Gotta see the itemization that he's trying to build. But for the meantime, again, we gotta respect the buffs that the Sona has been giving into that 3v3 fight in the middle lane. I feel like somehow Joshi, as well as his gang, the Gragas from that fight, should have just backed away rather than trying to find a first blood kill. But no worries. I mean, the goal difference is not that prominent as of yet. And, you know, we still have to find out. Maybe once the dragon or the first dragon contest is about to come up.
You know what? I was honestly expecting the Sona duo, it's an inside joke, but the Sona duo to be at the Dragon Lane and they're gonna have a hard time, obviously. But Team Secret, they made a very smart choice to put them at the mid lane where Gragas is. Gragas, he has okay or sufficient wave clear, but when you're up against these two gorgeous ladies, he's gonna have a hard time because they can constantly pressure him. So that's two things. You get your gold in, your items in, and you also have the chance to stop Gragas from snowballing. But looks like there's going to be some resets coming in from NEXTPLAY ESPORTS. Lee Sin, of course, just clearing out the buffs, just doing just cheat things.
Yeah, for sure. And now we gotta see some reset happening in here. But I think the focus is of the moment for the side of NEXTPLAY is the priority on the bottom half of the map. We saw them contest that Scuttler earlier on to get a good vision and to give protection onto Uzi as well as Disaster into the bot side part. But I think what NEXTPLAY ESPORTS has actually missed is to actually go for some early punish onto the Orianna positioned in the bottom lane part of the map, because again, this is a 1-2-1 setup coming from the side of Team Secret, and I felt like somehow they should have taken advantage on the lone Orianna in the bot lane. But no worries, again, still early. We gotta find a situation that is about to happen in here into the dragon, but that is currently, of course, having a good, you know, vision coming from the side of Team Secret.
I thought Just Chi was gonna try to take out Sona, knowing how aggressive this player is, but looks like he just decided to let it go. And I do agree with what you said. They could have taken advantage of Orianna, but I also believe that that was just Tatsuri having so much vision in his lane. He knew whenever NEXTPLAY was trying to jump in on his face. But as you can see right now, Team Secret, they are near the dragon. I guess that was just a dragon dance, just a way to taunt their opponents. They're now gonna hide at the bush, but the advantage that NXP has here is they can use the barrels of Gragas to just give them vision. You have
like
sides, yes.
Are they gonna give this for free? Seems like no. They're gonna be contesting, just waiting for Team Secret to actually start the fight.
Okay, look at the Void Seeker is gonna connect, and Red Team was able to get that dragon. Look, those also being caught right there. Beautiful plays coming in from Team Secret. Red Team was able to take out the Gragas out. Lee Sin says goodbye. The biggest damage dealer for NEXTPLAY ESPORTS this early on. That is gonna be a 2-0 in favor of Team Secret. That was a beautiful engage from the Brum. However, we now see the power, early power of Azar as well as Tricky and Chavez they were able to get 2 kills in, and they were able to get that mid lane tower. But here at the Dragon lane, Tatsu were just dancing around. Instead, he was the one that was able to get a kill. Imagine your opponents trying to 2v1 you, but instead were able to play around that turret and took out the support. That is an amazing play from Tatsuri. This guy, Ariana, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All good.
Yeah, overall, we can see and give that game onto Team Secret. They managed to get the dragon. They also managed to get a turret in the middle lane, and at the same time getting a lot of kills from that fight. But in here, let's see if there might be a potential contest that might happen. I think no. I mean, this is a really good position coming from the side of Team Secret earlier on.
Wow, okay, they were able to get the Rift Herald, and this is the burst coming in from, I said this earlier, Seraphine and of course Sona. They have such early game presence, and next play they just have to wait this one out. But how will you wait when you have 3 champions just trying to take out your Baron lane turret, and they're gonna charge in? Are they gonna go win the engagement? Looks like they have Trevor here at the front line, but okay, so they decided to chill unless, okay, Rift Herald has been summoned. They want to get the turret. Of course, Piara was able to get that turret from a different part of the lane, but here comes the Encore connecting onto that. Also coming in from Camille. Of course, Brom did try to use a Vision Bishop, but will it be enough? Hell no! Gragas coming in with the disengage as well. Brom does a goodbye knockup on Oriana, and that's Sona. But here you could see Camille trying to keep Joshi from where they are, and that was a successful take. You have 1 turret and 2 champions, namely Disaster and Uze, which is now up. Team Secret, they had a lot of objectives and kills in. They had enough gold, so they're gonna go with the reset.
I think this is Team Secret playing to the sustain is the name of the game, and of course you gotta respect the buffs that the Sona has been giving. Lots of feels coming in from her, as well as not just the spell but also the abilities in her kit. So that is a lot. So if we saw Team NEXPLAY Esports actually going for 2 turrets in the bottom lane part of the map, but again Team Secret managed to do the same thing as well. And I think what is good for the side of Team Secret is that they have been positioning themselves in the objective area earlier on and being able to get a good vision as to where they should be positioning. And again, number advantage. Compare that to a 4-1 setup for going for a 5v4 clash usually, because of course we would definitely see that the Fiora doing so well mostly into going for split push work. So this is basically Team Secret taking advantage on their capacity to go on a 5v5 or a 5v4 fight.
That I actually agree with. Also, this can also mean that they're forcing NEXPLAY to play 5v5 against them because they just keep on diminishing their life bar. Okay, 1v1, are they gonna commit? Okay, I thought it's going to be an awesome fight, but looking at Dragon Lane, 1 turret down, Uze and Joshi was not able to do anything about that. They had 1 turret out, Dragon will be up in 3 seconds. Looks like they're gonna clear or maybe take 1 kill at the mid lane first. Okay, we just clear the waves just so they can have Dragon dominance, or they have control over the Dragon area. Joshi is right here at the sides, Disaster just lurking to where they are as well, but they have such quick read. We're gonna see if he will be able to get that kill. No! Goodness me, beautiful crescendo coming in from Team Secret. Does say goodbye on the connecting on Disaster, but looks like Team Secret are jumping onto the face of Disaster. Uze is forced to go back. They had 1 dragon, 1 kill, but at the top lane right here, at the Baron lane, you have Chule and Ryzen able to take another turret. However, Team Secret said, yeah, sure, you go get our turrets right there. We will get our turret right here. The mid lane, we have Seraphine for the sustain. So many heals from Team Secret. Yes, Kaisaya, you are right. Sustain is the name of the game. They have so much disengage too because of the speed boost coming in from Sona and Seraphine. 2 champions, man. 2 champions.
True. I mean, if you're not if Seraphine alone is not enough for you, or if Sona alone is not enough for you, then get them both. Sure, why not?
Why
And
not?
I think the reason why NEXPLAY Esports is having a tough time into matching up the 5-man setup or 5-man engage that Team Secret has been trying to pull off is they're getting poked out so much to the point that Disaster or maybe Chulin, even Joshi is just, having their HP bars going solo already before they can even find the setup or the engage that they want to do. So what NEXPLAY Esports is now doing in here is to just go for some counter play. But again, they're getting punished even when they try to go for a counter play, they're getting punished because Team Secret is just fast to react, speed boost as well. They roam around the map super fast as well. So yeah, I think Team Secret, or rather NEXPLAY Esports, needs to find a way to pick up a target and probably wait for the late game for the Kaisa to go online later on.
Yeah, they need to be very patient here, but at the same time, they have to keep Oriana in check. Yes, you're gonna have your eyes on Sona and Seraphine, but there are other better targets. Already connecting onto the Dragon. Like, look at that shot connecting on the 3 champions. It's actually forced to use his ultimate, but looks like he is gonna die in the hands of our Songstress. After getting 1 kill, Team Secret said, "What up? You good? We're gonna get this Baron. Okay, you're good. Bye." And then looks like that is something that they're gonna do right now. But of course, NEXPLAY, they need to get this. Camille was taken out by Horizon though, and of course Jax became golden. A lot of the champions being rooted, but what is gonna happen next? Yes, that did connect onto Joshi, but Olaf was taken out by Lee Sin. That's gonna be a double kill coming over for Joshi. Oh, sadly, the Sonic Wave did not connect, and instead Chewy was able to get that kill. But while there was a ruckus at the Baron pit, Horizon doing Horizon things, doing Fiora things, doing split push things. Yeah, you guys go crazy over there. I'm just gonna, put a hole on Team Secret's base.
Gotta love what NEXPLAY Esports did into trying their best to contest despite them getting caught by the anchor of that Seraphine. It's totally fine. They just mispositioned themselves. Reason why they got caught up by the anchor. But again, you gotta fight onto that Baron lane because 2 dragons has been given onto the side of Team Secret already. So really nice micro play and positioning and execution by NEXPLAY Esports onto stopping the members of Team Secret from taking that Baron. And at the same time, Horizon winning that 1v1 fight against Azar, opening up the base in the bottom lane part of the map of Team Secret. That is looking good. This is the counterplay that we're looking for from the side of NEXPLAY. But then again, second try coming out from Team Secret in here in Baron. And in here, we gotta go for that Braum ultimate in here. Anchor has been pulled off. Will there be a steal in here? Oh, unfortunately not. But the Kaisa as well will go down. So it's a disaster. But the rest of the members of NEXPLAY Esports are trying their best to actually try to go for some kills. However, though, Joshi in here will be able to make a play. Gotta go for that dash out, but getting chased by Azar as well. And that is a wipeout ace by Team Secret. And now with the Baron buff, I feel like Team Secret will be able to end this game as soon as they can. Brought to you by Ocarino. The teammates come from the side of Team Secret. We're gonna give this a 1-0 score so far in favor of Secret.